Take two. Man, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, we've restarted it. We'll start afresh. And yeah, man, we'll start afresh. Back again. Yes, sir. Sorry about that, lads. I'm not sure what happened there. Fucking YouTube. I'm not sure whether it's YouTube or this StreamYard rubbish. I'm not sure. But hopefully now we should be okay. But I'm not sure whether you heard anything I said in that last stream. But yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter this weekend. I really am. Certainly, one of the best fights in the division this year. I mean, I'm pretty certain that Errol Spence Jr. wins, but Shawn Porter, he's a rugged test for anybody. He's never really been decisively beaten. I felt his losses against Brook and Furman were quite close. They were very competitive, so I expect him to give Errol Spence problems. But I just believe Errol Spence. He's got more in the tank. He's a bigger dude. He's a better boxer. I think the body work will play a factor in this one, particularly in the clinch. And yeah, I just believe he will outpoint Shawn Porter. I would be surprised if he stopped Porter, to be honest. Porter's always been durable. He's always had a good chin, so I don't really expect a stoppage here. But if it does happen, I would say late on, to be honest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight. If Errol Spence Jr. dispatches of Shawn Porter in dominant fashion, I will be very impressed. I expect him to have some problems, but I expect him to win one of those fights, But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, the undercard as well. A couple of good fights on there. Josecito Lopez versus John Molina Jr. Very good fight. That's going to be violent. You've got Mario Barrios versus Bakhtiar Akhmedov. That's a good fight. So yeah, there's a couple of good fights on the undercard as well to watch out for. So there we go. Looking forward to it. Got a cup of tea here. You know how it goes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, yes, sir. Take two, Tommy Temper. Yeah, man. I'm not sure what happened last time. Let me know though, along the way if there's any technical problems, Let me know. Guilty Simpson, what's going on, man? Nice to see you here. One of the regulars. Oh, thank you, ABC. Yeah, Gonzalo, he was tough, man. He knew his stuff. I knew he would, though. He's a real close follower of the sport, man. He's a proper fan. I've got a lot of time for Gonzalo. I like him a lot. And yeah, very tough. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm eagerly anticipating who I've got next in the BDA trivia quiz. But there we go. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Guilty Simpson. Ugas did hurt Shawn Porter. He did. And the body work of Ugas in that fight was very effective. I felt anyway. I felt Ugas did a great job to the body. In fact, I actually felt Ugas beat Shawn Porter. I think I scored it 7-5 off the top of my head. Good fight, close fight, but I felt Ugas won. But yeah, it's a good fight, actually. I enjoyed that fight. Joe Joyce versus Marco Huck, ordered by the EBU. Yeah, I saw that for the European title. Decent fight. Marco Huck, very good cruiserweight champion. He's now campaigning at heavyweight. What's he got left? Hard to say, but he's a name. He's experienced. Could be okay. Could be a bit of a barn burner for as long as it lasts, But that's a decent fight, I guess. And when Marco Huck fought at heavyweight in the past, he fought Povetkin years ago, and I felt he beat Povetkin, if I'm being honest. I felt he beat Povetkin. But there we go. There we go. Yo, smash the like, boys. Helps me out, apparently. That's what all the big YouTubers say, so I'm going to parrot it like a fucking idiot. Yo, respect, Selwyn, man. Respect. Yo, Don Hearn, I saw that as well. Bakole versus Romanov in November. That's a good fight. I actually favour Bakole, to be honest with you. Bigger dude, puncher. Yes, he lost to Michael Hunter, but, you know, Michael Hunter's a very good fighter. Romanov, you know, as a pro, he's not really impressed me that much. In his last fight against Bracamonte, or his second to last fight against Bracamonte, he looked really vulnerable. He really did. So, listen, I've got Bakole in that fight, but it's very competitive and, you know, certainly a really fun fight. It really is. ABC Def. He hopes Marco Huck KOs Joe Joyce, or as I like to call him, Slow Joyce. That made me laugh when I saw that, man. I don't know why. It's hilarious. Slow Joyce. Yeah, I had Ugas winning MBT. I had money on Porter though, so that's all good. It's all good. This is the nicest cup of tea, you know. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, ABC. I felt the questions were quite kind, to be honest with you. I got the Sugar Ray one wrong. I had no idea, if I'm being honest. But the other two I got wrong. I knew the answer, but I just, you know, I bottled it, kind of thing. But yeah, man, I felt I was quite lucky with the questions I got. Yo, Right Hook Boxing in the chat. Shout out to Right Hook Boxing. He's got a channel, by the way. So again, anybody has any time, click on his channel, check him out, drop him a sub. Really good content. Really good content. Guilty Simpson, underrated featherweight fight this weekend. Azinga Fusile versus Shav Rakimov, both undefeated. Yeah, I've seen Rakimov. Rakimov is a good fighter, but I've never seen Fusile fight before. So, you know, I'm not sure what to make of him. But I do rate Rakimov. I think he's a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Yeah, the Selwyn Minge. Romanov is small. He's a small heavyweight. He's a small heavyweight. Don Hearn, I think Sergey Kuzmin is fighting Zhilei Zhang next. Yeah, I'd watch that. I think Zhang is terrible. I think he's useless. So as bad as Kuzmin looked, I believe he would beat Zhilei Zhang, to be honest with you. I think Zhang is useless. Copindo 9, Echo Falls tea. Not quite, man. Not quite. Just on the old Yorkshire stuff. And I like a cup of tea, you know. I really do. As you would expect. Daniel Dubois versus Michael Hunter. Who would you pick? That's a really good fight, you know. It's an interesting fight. I wouldn't like to say. I would like to see a bit more from Dubois at a higher level, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to say now. I really wouldn't. You would imagine Hunter's movement would give Dubois real problems. You'd have to. But at the same time, you know, Dubois, a very good body puncher, hits very hard. So, I mean, that's a really good fight. I think I might favour Hunter right now if they made it tomorrow. But, yeah, it's a tough one to call. Yeah, we've got George Michael back in the chat, man. Man, we've had Michael Jackson in the past. Now we've got George Michael. We're doing okay, man. We're doing okay. Deontay LeSean Wilder will beat Ortiz. He will do. I think he'll knock him out quicker this time around. I believe in 4 or 5 rounds, I would say. You know, I don't think Ortiz is any better than he was when Wilder first fought him. In fact, I think he's got worse. So I expect Wilder to do it in quicker fashion. To be honest, I anticipate that. We'll see whether that happens, but that's what I expect anyway. Okay, Don Hearn, he's fighting Jun Long Zhang and not Zili Zhang. Okay, Jesus, fucking hell. I don't rate Kuzmin at all either, Selwyn Minge, but I think he'd beat Zhang, either one of them. Julio Cesar Martinez versus Charlie Edwards, targeted for November. Yo, Charlie Edwards, man, he's getting snapped in half in that fight. He's getting beat up. If he takes that fight, though, I'll give him credit because I didn't expect him to take that rematch, if I'm being honest. If he does, I give him credit. But I don't think he's going to win. No way. No way. I'm not a big fan of those Monaco cards, I can't lie. The atmosphere's weird. You know, the cards usually turn out to be quite boring. Not a big fan of those cards, but, you know, it's a boxing card, so I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Do you think Screb's footwork could cause Wilder issues or Gene Tunney's angles versus Anthony Joshua? Why not? Why not? Yeah, thank you, Right Hook, man. Thank you very much. And no problem at all. No problem. I do plan on making a video just shouting loads of people out who I rate and respect. And there's going to be a lot of names on there, and you would be one of them, bro. So no problem at all, man. No problem at all. It's just getting round to it. I still need to do Unrivaled's eight category challenge video as well. AA Boxing and Blunt's in the chat. What's going on, man? AA always shows up. He always does. So fair play, man. Fair play. Appreciate it for support. BT card tomorrow, Channel 5 card Saturday, then Sky Sunday morning. Exactly. It's a good weekend, AA. You know, the BT card, I think Dubois, he's in with a knockover job, to be honest with you. But I'm quite looking forward to Archie Sharp, Declan Garrity. I think that's quite decent. Saturday on Channel 5, you've got Francesco Fonseca versus Dillamangi. That's a good fight, you know. That's a solid fight, so I'll probably watch that. Also on Saturday, it's not on TV though. It's Kerman Lajaraga versus David Avanesian too. That's a good fight. So yeah, there's some good stuff this weekend, aside from the big fight. Selwyn Minge, do I take my laptop to the toilet or go and come back? Take your laptop to the toilet, man. Come on now. You shouldn't have to ask. Arslan Bekmambetov, George Michael. Yes, sir. Very good prospect. Massive puncher. Got a lovely uppercut. Lovely uppercut. His power in that right hand is frightening. It really is. Yo, Selwyn Minge, that can't be true. No. Yo, that is terrible if that is true. That's awful. Filip Hrgovic versus Thomas Adamek. Man. Yeah, that can't be true, man. That is awful. That's disgraceful if that's true. Everything is timing, cop end. Yo, man, there's timing and fucking... Whoa. Jesus. Yeah, man. I used to really like Thomas Adamek as well, but, you know, he's hanging on for way too long. Very good fighter back in the day at light heavyweight and cruiserweight. But, you know, he's not a heavyweight. He's not. 43 years old, Adamek, yeah. I thought he was 41, 42, but yeah, 43 sounds about right. Yeah, Ben, that's what I'm saying. The Monaco card wasn't great, man. Yeah, Lebedev fought Wilson in Monaco. Yeah, he did. And the crowd is so dead, man. The atmosphere is dead. I just don't think it's a good boxing environment, if I'm being honest. I understand why they do it. I'm sure they're getting paid, you know, massive site fees. But, you know, for a spectator watching on the TV, doesn't come across very well. in my opinion. But it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of the fights in Monaco haven't been the best, though. To be honest with you, it might be that. And yeah, ABC. There's about 50 people in the arena, all mega rich millionaires. It's crazy, man. Yo, MB in the chat. Shout out to MB. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming by, man. Del, what's been your personal favourite fight this year? Now, that's a very good question. That is a very good question. My favourite fight this year? Now, that's a tough one. I really enjoyed Pascal versus Marcus Brown, believe it or not. I think that was a very good fight while it lasted. Sorry, my voice went then. While it lasted. So Jean Pascal versus Marcus Brown was good. Joshua Ruiz, due to the upset and the occasion. What else? I'm struggling to think. Oh, TJ Dehaney versus Danny Roman, I really enjoyed. I felt that was a very good fight. There's a few, man. I'd need to really think. But I would say Dehaney versus Roman, to answer your question, Guilty Simpson. I think that's my favourite fight of the year so far. Yo, John, what's up, man? What do you think of Buatsi versus Caparello? I think it's a good learning fight. I think it's a step in the right direction. Caparello, former world title challenger. He fought Kovalev back in the day. He gave Andre Durrell a decent fight. So, he's experienced. He's operated at a decent level. He's a real light heavyweight. So, yeah, decent step up, I guess. Decent learning fight. A step in the right direction. Fully expect Buatsi to win. But, yeah, step in the right direction. Can Billy Joe Saunders defeat KSI? Maybe KSI's boxing ability is too much. Who knows? Yeah, that's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be crazy. KSI versus Logan Paul. The likes of Devin Haney and Billy Joe on the undercard. It's crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Yo, Stephen Lawler in the chat, always supporting. Shout out to Stephen Lawler. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for dropping by. And if you guys could smash the like, helps me out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. AA boxing. AA boxing and blunt. So you're talking about Kermeleja versus Avanesian 2 in regards to getting a stream. If you could, your boy would be very happy. Ebenezer Scrooge is going to knock out Dubois in 1 round. Never, 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 never. I've seen some highlights of Scrooge, and he's not great. Ebenezer isn't great. So I think Dubois will actually knock him out in 1 round, to be honest with you. And yeah, I expect it to be a highlight reel knockout for Dubois. Ebenezer Tete's fought in prestigious locations such as the Prison Canteen. I kid you not. He's fought in an arena called the Prison Canteen. There you go. That's what I mean. I'm sold. I'm sold. But no, I have seen a bit of Tete. He's not great. He's not as good as Latte from what I can see. I don't think he'll be a pleasant surprise like Latte was. I think he'll get hit once and fall over, to be honest. Yeah, Jack Flatley as well, MB on that Channel 5 card. Yeah. Fucking hell, MBT boxing. Adamek versus Shannon Briggs. Yeah, man. Jesus. I'd watch it though, out of morbid curiosity. The same reason why why I will watch Nigel Benn versus Saki Obika. I mean, I'd be a hypocrite and say it's wrong and then watch it, right? So Nigel can go and do his thing. I'll watch it. If it ends in tears, it ends in tears ultimately, you know? That's life, I guess. That's life. But yeah, I'd watch Adamek versus Briggs. You know, they're talking about Shannon Briggs versus Vidal Riley on the undercard of KSI Logan Paul. I saw those rumours going around. I think that'd be quite interesting. I'd watch that as well. Yeah, man. Stephen Lawler. Golovkin versus Derevyanchenko in the UK on Sky. Yep. I'm glad they've got that fight on TV. They've also got Porter versus Spence. So Sky right now are doing some good things. They're picking up good international fights. They've also got the MTK tournaments as well. They should have some great fights. They really should, you know. And we've got O'Hara Davis back on Sky Sports soon as well. He's on one of those. He's in one of those MTK tournaments. So yeah, we get the return of O'Hara Davis very soon. What more can you want from Sky? What more can you want? Copendo9. Now, this is a very good question. Which heavyweight prospect is next most likely to suffer a shock defeat? Damn, very good question. By the way, guys, if you guys didn't know, speaking of heavyweight prospects getting beat, Alexander Teslenko lost quite recently. He was quite a highly touted prospect. He lost by knockout. But in response to your question, Copend, next heavyweight prospect to lose or to get upset. Huh. Part of me wants to say a Jagba, but I don't know. In all honesty, I really don't know. Joe Joyce. We'll say Joe Joyce. Yeah, ABC. He agrees. He says Joe Joyce is a knockout waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Slow Joyce. Oh shit! Yeah, Ben Haynes, Golovkin, Ishida. That was in Monaco. Yeah, yeah. He iced Ishida. He iced him, man. Oh yeah, ABC. Juan Francisco Estrada versus Cal Yafai. Apparently, that's happening in December. Yo, Estrada is going to body Cal Yafai. He's going to smash him up. Estrada's a different level. Not that Yafai's bad. Yafai's decent, but I think he's a weak world champion. I think he's a belt holder more than a world champion, whereas Estrada is a genuine world-class fighter. He's a pound-for-pound level fighter, as far as I'm concerned. I think he's great. And yeah, I don't see any way Yafai can win that fight. If Yafai could beat Estrada, that's a massive win. But I can't see it. I really can't see it. In fact, I would say that is upset of the year material if Yafai beats Estrada. OMB, that's a really good shout. Ilunga Makabu versus Dmitry Kudryashov. Yeah. Yeah, that is a sick fight. That was a really good fight at cruiserweight, man. Bloody, power punchers. Yeah, that's a great fight. Yeah, how did I forget about that? Yeah, very good fight. Oh, Selwyn Minch. I'm not giving you fire prayer against Estrada, bro. No way, Jose. Peter Quillin versus Alfredo Angulo. Yeah, surprisingly entertaining. Angulo, he came to fight. He landed some good shots. He applied good pressure. Quillin tried to fight him off the best he could, but it wasn't enough. And it resulted in a good fight. I wasn't expecting that from that fight, to be honest with you. In fact, I was quite worried for Angulo going into that fight. But he shocked me. He surprised me. He proved me wrong, so fair play. Fair play. Ben Haynes, he says Taylor versus Baranchik was the best fight this year so far. It was decent. I don't think it was like fight of the year decent, though. It was a solid fight. Hard-fought fight. a few good moments, but yeah, I don't think it was like fight of the year level type fight. So, which unknown European heavyweight prospect is Fury going to fight next? Well, maybe it's not going to be a prospect. Top rank have signed Carlos Takam. We could get Carlos Takam versus Tyson Fury in an arena near you very soon. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not sure, man. Tyson Fury needs to step up as far as I'm concerned. He's had his gimme fights, no excuses. Step up, man. I'm not interested in another Tom Schwartz or Otto Warlin, to be honest. Give me something I can, get excited about. Yeah, Stephen Lawler, I agree. Caparello, very good step up for Buatsi. We will have an idea of whether Buatsi is world level after this fight. Yeah, it will certainly, it's certainly going to tell us a bit more about Buatsi. Caparello's a good mover. He's a southpaw, solid boxer. Could give him a few problems. Not the hardest puncher, though, Caparello. So, there's that to consider as well. Good fight. It's a good step up, though. It is. Yo, Seamus Carey in the chat. Shout out to Seamus, man. How you doing, bro? Yeah, Kevin Lorena copping 09 at cruiserweight. He needs to step up. I'd like to see him fight, who could he fight at cruiserweight? Maybe someone along the lines of Mike Perez, for example. I think that'd be a good fight. Kevin Lorena versus Mike Perez. Perfectly acceptable step up. Stephen Lawler, he's not buying Nigel Benn versus Saki Obika. I'm not buying it, but I'll certainly watch it. I think Beaker's going to put hands on Nigel, but there we go. There we go. What's the latest on Tony Yoka? Tony Yoka, I think, is fighting either this weekend or next weekend. He's fighting Michael Wallish, the guy F.A. Jagba knocked out. As for Tim Zhu, no idea. Ask NBT. He is the Australian boxing correspondent here. So ask NBT, man. But yeah, Tony Yoka's fighting very shortly. He's fighting very shortly. Yeah, ABC. Antonio DeMarco versus Jamal James on PBC. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. Yeah, Oliver McCall, yeah. He's still active. He's 53 years old, and he fought earlier this year. Yeah, I know. He fought in Mexico, I think. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I saw an article about him online the other day, basically detailing his comeback, I guess. And, he was talking like he wants to fight Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz. I mean, the guy still wants to fight these guys. Somebody needs to sit him down and tell him it's over, man. He still looks in good shape for a man of his age, but, the guy's had some beatings, man. He's taken some beatings. He's 53 years old. He needs to sit down. But on the flip side, if you're still passing medicals, who am I to say you need to retire? Who am I to say the guy can't earn money? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, ABC Def. Teslenko lost. He got knocked out. He done a really good David Price impression. Put it that way. I think the fight is online, bro. So, look at his last fight. Search it on YouTube or Daily Motion. I'm pretty sure it's online. It was anyway. It was online. I forgot where I watched it though. I think it might have been Daily Motion. But yeah. Yeah, man. Marco Huck should KO Joe Joyce. Yeah, I think Joyce is too big for Marco Huck. I think Marco Huck's seen better days. I really do. Marco Huck a few years ago at heavyweight would have been more of a contender. He proved that when he fought Povetkin, for example. But these days, I think he's way past it. Oh yeah, ABC. Alexei Papin versus Makabu was a good fight, yeah. John Lejeune, he says Callum Smith is one of my favourite fighters and I'm American. I think he's a lot better than what people give him credit for. And he would smash all of the light heavyweights. Even Andre Ward can get it. I think Callum Smith is he's one of those fighters where, you know, he does everything well without doing anything spectacular. But, you know, on top of that, he's got good power. He's big. He's got good timing. He's just a really well-rounded fighter, Callum Smith. And, you know, like I say, on top of his, that on top of his size and power, he's going to be hard to beat. He really is. The fight I want to see at 168 is Callum Smith versus David Benavidez. That's the fight I really want to see. But I don't think we will see that fight personally. I can't see it happening. But yeah, I like Callum Smith. I do over here. I wouldn't say he gets a bad rap over here. A lot of people do rate him, but nobody really talks about him, I guess. But again, he's kind of inactive. He's not really a trash talker, so he's never going to really cross over to the casual audience. But definitely a good fighter. Definitely a good fighter. What's up, Del? Is that Echo Falls any good? Yeah, I wish I was drinking Echo Falls, man. I wish. I do think Callum Smith can have success at light heavyweight, though. He's got the frame for it. He's got solid fundamentals. I think he'll be okay. Not only Callum Smith, I think Gilberto Ramirez will also surprise people at light heavyweight. I think he'll surprise people. Not saying he beats everyone, but I'm saying, he's going to be a good contender at least at light heavyweight. But that's just my opinion, man. That is just my opinion. Yeah. Callum dispatched of Rocky Fielding in brutal fashion. And quicker than Canelo, Ben Haynes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. ABC Def. Otto Warlin will be a good contender now. Got the light on him after that brave performance. Yeah. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. It depends what you class as a contender, I guess. Do you mean top 10 heavyweight? Do you mean top 15? It kind of depends on what you class as a contender. I don't think the guy will ever be a top 10 heavyweight, to be honest with you. Top 15, touch and go. I wouldn't say so personally. I think he's one of those fighters who could squeeze in the top 20, to be honest with you. I think it was an off night for Tyson Fury. I think he kind of made Warlin look better than he was. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. I could be wrong though, Warlin could go on to prove himself to be a really good contender. He could do it. So we'll see. Time will tell. But I can't see top 10. Certainly not top 10. But yeah. Ben Haynes, Zerdo Ramirez versus the winner of Vodcik versus Beterbiev would be good. I'd be more than happy with that, Ben Haynes. I'd be more than happy. I think that's a good fight. Like I said, I think Ramirez gets underrated by a lot of people. I think the guy, obviously he's big and tall. Even for light heavyweight, he's quite rangy. So he's got size on his side. Fundamentally, he's very sound. Very good long puncher, does the basics well. A bit like Callum Smith in that regards. But yeah, I expect Ramirez to be a tough ask for anybody. Nobody in that division starches Ramirez easily. I can't see it. Yeah, maybe beat him. I mean, I'd favour Beterbiev and Vodcik over him. Wouldn't be easy, though. Trust me on that. Wouldn't be easy. C188, he says all of the other top heavyweights would knock Warlin spark out. I would pick all of the top 10 to beat Warlin, if I'm being honest, without any real hesitation. But again, he could go on to prove us wrong. You know, with that performance against Fury, he's earned the right to get another decent fight. And in that fight, we'll see how good he is. Okay, so ABC, he's saying like top 15, but not top 10. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think top 20, more likely, but yeah. Fringe contender, I would say, for Otto Wallin. ABC Death, the Swedish lesbians are quite tough. What are you referring to, bro? What are you referring to? I'm all down for a bit of Swedish lesbo action. Yeah, big stiff idiot, man. What's going on? Again, I've got to say it. That handle is the best, man. That name is fucking hilarious. Won't happen anytime soon, but who would you fancy if Makhmudov and Hrgovic fought? I would go Hrgovic personally. Makhmudov, very aggressive, very strong, big puncher, but defensively he leaves a lot of openings. Hands are low, chin in the air. He walks straight into punches basically, and you'd imagine Hrgovic would catch him coming in with shots. So yeah, I'd take Hrgovic, but a very good fight. It's a very good fight. I think Hrgovic beats Makhmudov though. I'd like to see Makhmudov versus Romanov, to be honest, but looks like Romanov is fighting Bakole, which is a good fight in itself. I think that's a really good fight. Whoa. Okay, ABC Def, I get you. I get you. You got me excited there, bro. Fucking hell. Nordic Warrior in the chat. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, what about Makhmudov versus Povetkin? Just for the hell of it, man. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I'd love to watch that fight. That'd be mad. That's a great fight. It's a great fight. Guilty Simpson, Del, who do you consider to be the worst champion in boxing right now? Yeah, that's hard. That is hard. There's a few weak champions out there, as far as I'm concerned. Cal Yafai's got to be up there, Cal Yafai's got to be up there. I think Tevin Farmer is up there. Anthony Durrell, C188. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Nordic also says Anthony Durrell. Charlie Edwards, you can argue. Yeah, MB. I think, do you know what? Seeing Anthony Durrell's name, I think I agree with Anthony Durrell. I think he's the weakest. And I think we'll see that this weekend. I think David Benavidez is going to smash him up. I really do. I think Anthony Durrell is keeping that belt. He's basically babysitting that belt for Benavidez, Benavidez, he had that issue with cocaine. He's back now. And yeah, he'll take his belt back. He'll take his belt back. And yeah, imagine if Avni Yildirim won the belt. Yeah, Yildirim, man. Yildirim was starting to get to Anthony Durrell. He was starting to get to Durrell. So God knows what Benavidez is going to do to him. The best and most credible champion, Manuel Char. Yo, Manuel Char, man. I saw a rumour about Manuel Char versus Trevor Bryan in Africa, and they were going to call it Rumble in the Jungle 2. I kid you not. I shit you not. Char versus Trevor Bryan, Rumble in the Jungle 2. Damn. Christ. Yeah, MB, sorry. Remember what Gavril did to Benavidez, though? Yeah, that's true. He dropped Benavidez, yeah, in the first fight. Second fight, though, Benavidez came back and made adjustments. He won quite convincingly. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, Nordic Warrior. I kid you not. I saw that on Twitter the other day. Char versus Bryan, Rumble in the Jungle 2. Yeah, it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. I've never seen Trevor Bryan fight before, so I've got no idea how good that guy is or how bad that guy is. So, I'm going to go with Manuel Char just because. Pedro Taduran is complete gash. Where's he? 105? I know the name. I've never seen him fight, though. Manuel Char beat Danny Williams, who beat Mike Tyson. Therefore, Char's better than Tyson. Yes, sir. Tyson beat Larry Holmes. Therefore, Manuel Char's better than Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes beat Ali. Therefore, Manuel Char's better than Ali. Manuel Char's the greatest, is what I'm trying to say. 100%. 100%. It's crazy. George Michael, he thinks Makhmudov's long arms would find Povetkin fast. Sorry. I don't know, man. Povetkin's older these days, obviously. He's slowing down, but still very experienced. Still a great counter-puncher and a very good boxer, full stop. I would favour Povetkin's experience, but, Makhmudov versus Povetkin would be insane. That'd be great to watch. Maybe Makhmudov is too big, too young, too fresh, but I would favour the experience of Povetkin. And quite frankly, he's a better boxer as well. He's a better boxer. Ben Haynes. All of the top heavyweights avoid Manuel Char. They seen what he did to Alexander Ustinov. Yes, sir. Manuel Char's coming for these boys, man. He's coming for all of these boys. You have a diamond boy, Manuel Char. Not even bullets can stop Manuel Char. I mean, the guy is like the Terminator. No, don't get me wrong, George Michael. I wouldn't favour... Sorry, I wouldn't confidently pick Povetkin over Makhmudov, but I would still favour his... I'd favour his experience. And like I say, I think he's a better boxer. Oliver McCall's still going, by the way. I can't believe it. We mentioned it earlier. McCall fought this year. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I like Manuel Char because he smiles at the fans. Jesus. Yeah, Manuel Char's a character. I'll give him that. He's a character. He's a tough old boy as well, to be fair. He's got no quit in him. I'll give him that. He's got no quit in him at all. MB, how do we think Jalolov will be pushed now he's won a World Championship gold medal? He has improved so much. Yeah, he has. He's improved a lot since Rio 2016. I saw him in those Olympics and he's a completely different fighter now. 6'7", southpaw, very light on his feet, and he's got serious power in that left hand. He really does. I think the guy's going to be a menace. I would like to see him fully concentrate on the pros, to be honest with you, just because I'm a selfish bastard. I really want to see him in the pros, but I could see him, trying to get to the next Olympics as well. So, but yeah, he's a great prospect. He really is. He might be the best prospect in heavyweight boxing right now. You might have to put him above Hrgovic. I think he's been that impressive. He was very good in the World Amateur Championships. He was very good. But yeah, man, I think I like Jalolov. I really do. Imagine Maris Briedis versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Don't say Briedis doesn't have a chance. That's a good fight. Stylistically, it's a good fight, certainly. Similar dimensions. I think Briedis is a bit taller, I want to say. But I'd watch that. I would favour Ruiz, don't get me wrong, because he's a more proven heavyweight. And I think Ruiz is good. But, Briedis certainly has a shot, I guess. Manuel Char versus Oliver McCall for TBE. Exactly, man. What more can we ask for? What more can we ask for? It's crazy, though. It is crazy. Check out Manuel Char's Medusa song. It's hilarious. I'll check that out, man. I'm not surprised Manuel Char's done something like that. Made some whack song. Emmanuel Char, like I said, he's a character. He's a character. David Price versus Alexander Ustinov. Jesus Christ. I think even David Price would take care of Ustinov now, to be honest with you. I think Ustinov is now just hanging around basically to be a journeyman. His ambition has long gone. I'd like to see David Price versus... shall we put him in there with Makhmudov just because? Let's put David Price in with Makhmudov. Let's see what happens. We'd all watch that. We'd all watch Makhmudov Price. I certainly would. Yeah, I'm a sick bastard, but yeah, I'd watch that fight. Ah, dear. Yeah, I don't think David Price is getting back up, lads, in that one. Price wins, George Michael. Ah, dear. Didn't Charles say one time Joshua was ducking him? Yep, he did. He did. Yeah, Emmanuel Char. He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. Yeah, you're going to need an ambulance, a stretcher, paramedics ringside ready, man. You're going to need those guys ready. Yeah, Price is going to sleep in that one. Jesus Christ. We'd all watch it, though, man. We'd all watch it. It'd be great to watch, edge of your seats type stuff. Car crash boxing, But yeah, I'd watch that. And listen, in all honesty, it is a step up for Makhmudov. It's a good test for him. So, from a matchmaking perspective, it's a good step up. Let's get it. 99 Boxing, aka Boxing Squared. You need a hearse ringside. Oh, God. We'd all love that fight, though. We all would. David Price versus Samuel Peter. Yes. I said that after the Huey Fury Sam Peter fight. I'd love to see that fight. Because, listen, Sam Peter, he's as slow as molasses. He's shot to bits. But if one of those shots connect, David Price will go to sleep. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah, that'd be crazy. David Price, Samuel Peter. Get it done, man. Get it done. Saudi Arabia, Joshua Ruiz undercard. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I used to like Samuel Peter back in the day. Funny, believe it or not. But yeah, he's shot to hell now. Amir Khan versus Makhmudov. Jesus. Yeah, Mr. E. Oxygen mask definitely coming out. I think you'll need more than that, though, to be honest with you. I think you'll need more than that. But yeah, Makhmudov certainly one of the more interesting prospects at heavyweight right now. Very big puncher. Nice one, Right Hook Boxing. By the way, lads, check out Right Hook Boxing. He's got a page. Very good stuff, man. Very good stuff. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Cam? How's it going, man? Yo, George Michael, he's saying Plechko's done a bender. Has he vanished? Plechko. The last I heard from Plechko was he relocated to America. I think Florida, off the top of my head. And he was going to try to go down to cruiserweight because he was too small for heavyweight. That's what I heard about Klitschko last. And that was a long time ago. I'm not sure where Klitschko is, but he was another interesting prospect at heavyweight. Aggressive, big puncher, but I'm not sure where he's gone. Klitschko's done a full Tyson Fury and gone way off the reservation. Really? I need to do some research on Klitschko. Is Klitschko tall? No, he's not tall. I want to say 6'1", 6'2", without checking. Nordic Warrior. That's what I'm saying. Sakio Bika versus Nigel Benn. I want to see it. I mean, I can sit here and say, oh, it's wrong, it's dangerous, blah, 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 blah. Morbid curiosity makes me want to see that fight. You know? I'm watching it. I think, I do believe Nigel Benn's going to get smashed to pieces. I think it will end in tears, but listen, I'm sure he'll go down throwing shots. He'll go down fighting. You know, Nigel Benn back in the day was a very good fighter to watch. I was never around at the time, but going back and watching fights, I always preferred Nigel Benn to Eubank. But, yeah. It could be fun, Nigel Benn versus Bika. Could be fun. Yeah, I think he's going to get knocked out, Cameron, man. I think he'll get knocked out fairly early as well. You know, he'll gas after about 2 rounds and get knocked out. Yeah, I'll put my Twitter in the thing, Cameron. 1 second, mate. I need to remember it myself. I think it's just at Delboy94 on Twitter. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm 99% sure. I'll type it in the chat. George Michael, he says Villanello is his #1 prospect. Yeah, Villanello looks quite good. He looks quite decent. He looks useful. Yeah, Cameron. Ideally, the whole Ben comeback, it should have really been against another older fighter like a Roy Jones, like a Steve Collins or a Eubank. That would have made more sense. I was shocked when Sakio Bika's name came out. I really was. I was shocked. Because Bika's a tough bastard. The guy's never been stopped. He'll always throw down. You know, the guy's a dangerous, dangerous fighter, even now. He last fought 2 years ago, man. So he's still training. He's still in shape. Man, it's going to be a massacre, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, 99 boxing. So no fight in a year now for Klitschko. He did a post on Instagram the other day and turned the comments off because he didn't want questions on why he wasn't fighting. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. Yeah. Well, looks like he might be... maybe he's called it a day. Maybe he's called it a day. I'm not sure. Hopefully we see him fight again because the guy had a crazy style. Okay, you following me already? I'll drop you a follow, bro. I'll drop you a follow. Hang on. Next stream, by the way, I'll just let people on. This stream just solo because I've been having some technical difficulties, as the chat found out earlier. So yeah, this one was just a bit of a test, but yeah, next stream, anybody's welcome again. You know how it goes, but yeah. Yeah, Frankie Gomez, Cameron. Yeah, he was a very good prospect, man. He was so talented. The way he shut out Mauricio Herrera, won every round, man. That's when Herrera was good as well. Like the guy was a very good prospect. But yeah, man, he vanished. He vanished. I think Thunderdome was saying the other day, a few weeks ago, Frankie Gomez basically, just quit boxing. He became a mechanic. He's fat as fuck now, and yeah, that's it. Really, never really wanted to pursue it, and it's crazy, man. When you've got that level of talent, there's big paydays ahead, and you jack it in. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I guess if it's not making you happy, then why pursue it? Why pursue it? Yeah, Cameron. I heard he's a fat bastard now, Frankie Gomez. It's a shame. It's a shame. I think he's only like 28 as well. He's not old. He's still not that old. When are you next live? Maybe tomorrow. More than likely over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Levi Khan in the chat. Shout out to Levi. Nigel Benn would beat Harley Benn. Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah, Harley's pretty bad. Harley's pretty bad. I've seen some white collar guys who I think could beat Harley Benn, in all honesty. Like white collar fighters, unlicensed fighters. Yeah, okay, he's only 27. Going, oh man, that's crazy. Was Herrera his last fight? I forget his last fight. Let's Google it. Let's have a little Google. Let's box track it. But I used to rate Frankie Gomez, man. Frankie Gomez. Yeah, last fight was 2016. Yeah, last fight was Herrera. Jesus. Crazy. It's madness, man. That's madness. Yeah, man, he won every single round against Herrera. Schooled him, beat him up. But yeah, Levi, that was when Herrera was still decent at that time. When Gomez beat Herrera, Herrera was still, operating at a good level. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, Herrera's done now, 100%. I think we saw that in that Virgil Ortiz fight. He got sent to hell. He got sent to hell, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Cameron. I think Herrera was still good in and around the time he fought Gomez. It's only a couple of years after he got robbed against Danny Garcia. I think Danny versus Herrera happened in 2014, I want to say. Yeah, it's only a couple of years after that. So, yeah, it's a shame. Gomez, he'll go down as one of those what-if type fighters. What if he was dedicated? What if he had that ambition? But I don't think we'll ever know. I don't think he'll come back personally. And even if he does, it's going to be a long way back. It really is. You can't really have 3 years out, put on all that weight, take it all back off, and get to that same level. Can't see it. I really can't see it. Levi Khan, I know you're pulling my leg with that one. Huey Fury versus Gerald Washington. Jesus Christ. That's going to cure insomnia, I'll tell you that much. Jesus. Huey versus Gassiev. Fuck me. The thing is, man, Huey Fury. I'm not bothered about Huey. I ain't bothered. Yeah, man, I saw that Cam Gassiev in Monaco. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Gassiev back. I think he's going to surprise people at heavyweight. I really do. I think he's going to surprise people. I'm not sure who Gassiev should fight though in his comeback fight at heavyweight. I think they'll still go with Joey DeWaco personally, but someone along those lines is not really a problem for me. He's been out a long time now. Nordic Warrior, Huey versus Dave Allen would make sense. Yeah, it would. It would. Definitely. Kind of a loser leaves town fight. Yeah, that's it, Cam. He was fighting. Yeah, he was going to fight in July against DeWaco, got injured. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm not sure, Stephen, man. I've got to be honest. I'll respectfully disagree. I don't think Huey Fury can ever really get above European level. And like Cam said earlier in the chat, he's not even got a good win at European level yet, I wouldn't say. But yeah, I think European level would be his ceiling. Nothing wrong with that, but I just don't see this guy becoming a world level contender or a world champion, to be honest with you. I just really can't see it. I don't think he's physically strong enough. He doesn't have the power. I think his boxing acumen isn't great. He could be roughed up. I just don't think he's got what it takes. I think Huey Fury, in all honesty, should have stayed. He should have stayed as an amateur. I think he would have been a good amateur, believe it or not. I think his style is more suited to the amateur game. You know, pity pat, point scoring. But yeah, I think he would have been good in the amateurs. I felt Parker beat Huey George, in all honesty. I felt Parker won that one. Huey landed a few nice flashy counters here and there, you know, like some nice right uppercuts, a couple of nice right hands, but too few and far in between for me. He was milling on the retreat far too often, not punching. Parker was applying pressure, not always doing clean work, but he was the guy letting go of his hands. He was the guy who was trying to make the fight. So I felt Parker won personally. But yeah, I didn't see how Huey won that one personally. Now that is, I know Levi Khan. I saw that Kubrat Pulev versus Mark Demori. That is disappointing to say the least. That is disappointing. I get that Pulev has a mandatory shot. I get that. I get that he's sitting on that, but Mark Demori, you might as well not fight because I'll tell you why. Are you going to get any damage in the fight with Demore? No, you're not. But, you know, you still got to go through a training camp. Is it worth going through a training camp for Mark Demore? Like, really? Is it worth adding those miles on the clock for Mark Demore? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Yeah, Cameron, he fought Sam Peter when Sam Peter was shot to bits. He fought Kevin Johnson as well. You're right, man. Yeah. Like after Klitschko, who's Pulev beaten? He got a decent win over Chisora. That was a good win. But who else has he beaten? He's beaten Maurice Harris, George Arias, Derek Chisora, good win. Peter Johnson, Dinu. Yeah, he's not fought great competition apart from Chisora. And even Chisora, let's be honest, like a fringe level contender, slash gatekeeper. Yeah, Pulev did beat Tony Thompson. Was that before or after Klitschko, though? Was it before or after? I think that was before. Was it before? Yeah, I think Thompson was before Klitschko because I think that's it. So before Klitschko, he beat Ustinov when he was like an unbeaten dude. He fought Dimitrenko when Dimitrenko was unbeaten, and he fought Thompson. That was it. Yeah, before Klitschko. Yeah, that was it. I had to think then. It's like, Jesus. Pulev beat the sushi wrap. Yes, he did. He did. Yeah, that Pulev Bogdan Dinu fight, by the way, that was actually quite decent. I was expecting a terrible fight, but yeah, that's quite decent. That's quite decent. Yeah, that's it, Cameron. Yep, I remember now. Yeah, because as Nordic said as well, Thompson was coming off those 2 wins over Price. Yeah, like it all comes back now. That's a long time ago now, man. It's crazy. It goes so quick. Doesn't feel like that long ago. But Bogdan Dinu, though, George Michael, it wasn't a great performance, but like, firstly, Pulev got a bad cut. And Bogdan Dinu, I think he's the type of fighter who actually has skills. He's just got no heart. So when things go tough, he kind of looks for a way out, and he did that against Pulev. You know, he did that against Miller as well. But I think Dinu actually has some skills. I think Dinu has some skills. Yeah, George Michael, I agree. Pulev's jab is very good. Pulev's jab is very good. Stephen Lawler, he thinks that White beats Pulev. I mean, he could beat him, but I think it's a very tough fight. Look at how Pulev neutralized Chisora in comparison to Dillian White. And that was before Dillian fought Chisora as well. So arguably, well, Chisora was fresher when Pulev fought him. Pulev did a much better job. And fact of the matter is, Dillian, let's be honest about it, he could have fought Pulev. But, yeah. I could see it being a bad fight, Cameron. Like, Pulev is, like, looking for that jab. There'll be a lot of holding, a lot of mauling. I could see it being a dull fight. But let's listen, man. There was a reason there was a reason why there was a reason why Dillian didn't want to go to Bulgaria to fight Pulev. He knew it was a tough fight. And obviously fighting abroad makes it that much tougher. But yeah, shame we never saw that fight. I actually think that's a good fight. Oh yeah, he also beat Huey Fury, Ben. I forgot about that Huey fight. Pulev versus Huey Fury. I forgot about that. It's a shit fight, wasn't it, man? It's a terrible fight. Yeah, Cam, totally agree. Totally agree. I agree, Ben Haynes. Pulev is very tough. He's got balls, man. He's got balls. Yeah, we got Subash in here, man. Shout out to Subash Kunwar, part of the BDA family. What's going on, man? Nice to see you here, man. Yeah, that's a good fight, Cameron. Rivas versus Pulev. Yeah, Levi. Yeah, that's a good fight, man. I'd like to see it. Yeah, Takam Rivas, that's another good fight. You know, two guys similar sizes, similar dimensions. I think Rivas knocks Takam out, to be honest with you. I think Rivas puts him to sleep. Fucking hell. I remember watching Harry Potter right before Huey Pulev came on. Yeah, man. Yeah, I forgot about that fight even. I forgot that fight even happened, bro. That's how bad it was. It's a terrible fight. It's fucking terrible, man. For whatever reason, I don't know what come over me. I don't know what I was thinking, but leading up to that fight, I remember looking forward to it. What on earth was wrong with me? Jesus Christ. It's awful. Fucking awful, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy shit. Yeah, Rivas Gassiev. Oh, yeah, that's a crazy fight. That's a sick fight. Yeah, Rivas is still definitely a contender, man. I think he's good. I think he's solid. Very explosive. Big puncher. Not got the best gas tank, but yeah, he's a good fighter, Rivas. Rivas Povetkin. That'd be a good fight. You know, there's loads of good fights out there, man. That's the annoying thing about heavyweight. A lot of the time, like these guys who are not top five, you know, they never fight each other. They'll wait around to try and sneak a title shot. You know, these guys need to fight each other, man. These other heavyweights. You know, the guys who are just outside the top five, you know, going, you know, to maybe rank 15. Those sort of guys need to be fighting each other. You know, your Rivases, your Povetkins, your Michael Hunters, your Pulevs. You know, these type of dudes, they need to be fighting each other. And we have got a couple of those type of fights coming up. You know, we've got Chisora Parker, which is a good fight. Maybe Hunter Povetkin, very good fight. These are the type of fights I want from the heavyweight division, other than the big ones, of course. Yeah, Cameron, that's what people don't understand. Like, Gassiev had little to no amateur background, started boxing quite late at 16, and yeah, at 24 he was a unified champion. That's very impressive. That's very impressive. And wins over Lebedev and Dorticos are nothing to be sniffed at, man. They're very good wins. And even Wlodarczyk, who was past his best, yeah, but still a good name. Yeah, the body shot knockout against Wlodarczyk, ABC Def. Beautiful stuff, man. That hook to the body. Beautiful. I loved his fight with Dorticos as well. That's a beautiful fight, man. It's a great fight to watch. It's a great fight to watch. I like Dorticos as well. I think Dorticos, no nonsense, aggressive, punches hard. I like Dorticos, man. I think he's a good fighter. I need to watch a bit more from Ngabu, Levi Khan. I've seen a bit. I've seen a bit, but I need to see more. I need to do some research, to be honest with you. He looks okay, though. He looks okay. Seems to pack some decent enough power. Yeah, Cameron, I like Dorticos, man. Dorticos is like the most anti-Cuban fighter I've ever seen. Like his style is so un-Cuban, it's unreal, man. Like it's crazy. But yeah, I love watching him fight, man. Just pure aggression, power. What's not to like, man? What's not to like? Levi Khan, Chisora tip to KO Parker. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. There we go. Okay. Did Gassiev beat Briadis? No, no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but still, George, he's a good fighter, in my opinion. I think he's very good. I think Usyk just stylistically was all wrong for him personally. Damn, ABC Def, he thinks War Chisora is going to beat Parker. I think Parker, right now, I'm picking Parker anyway. Parker on points, I'd say. Not confident, though. Very good fight. Anyway, I'm glad I've got this sorted out because I was going, my internet was playing up today. So this stream's been quite smooth. So listen, lads, I'm gonna shut this one down. Thank you guys for coming on. If anybody else streams later, I'll jump on. But yeah, something's literally just popped up this very second, so I need to sort something out. Thank you guys for turning up, though. Thank you guys for supporting, as always. Appreciate it. And yeah, I know I keep saying it, but yeah, we'll be streaming more often. We'll be getting people on. So look out for that, man. Peace.